Well, plans to build a giant waterfront Ferris wheel downtown have now been deemed too dangerous for all the planes going in and out of Lindbergh Field. As 10 News reporter Dan Haggerty learned, the FAA says this big idea is just too big.
You've seen the proposal calling for this 443-foot Discovery Point Ferris wheel right here next to the Midway. But the FAA now says this is way too big. The location on the waterfront is a little more than a mile from the runway at Lindbergh Field, and according to this brand new report, it would cause adverse physical or electromagnetic interference for planes using the airfield. The FAA has strict rules for people building anything tall downtown. If you've ever flown in here, you know what I'm talking about, passing skyscrapers on approach that are nearly as close to your plane as you are to the runway. Starting back in the 1970s, the FAA has had a say in all of it. In fact, the tallest building we have, One America Plaza, is just 34 floors and 500 feet, the exact limit they set. That said, the new Ferris wheel would still be pretty big, the 8th tallest structure in all of downtown. Instead, the FAA wants to chop it down about 160 feet to 277, well out of contention in the San Diego skyline. Dan Haggerty, 10 News.
Now, this doesn't mean that the idea is scrapped. This becomes part of the discussion. But when you're developing the $200 million idea, the last thing a lot of the people involved in that wanted to hear is what a government agency was calling a hazard.